So what's happening? My name's Paul. Just wanted to give the J Vlogger community some kind of update on my life because one of my videos got kind of popular, and I know a bunch of people that were, really involved in that community saw my stuff. Um, so I just wanted to give probably a less common version of events, version of personal experience that you've ever heard about Japan. Yeah, so long story short, went to Japan in 2009, had a great time. Went there after about a year or so studying Japanese, and I was able to do pretty well with communicating despite the short period of study beforehand. And I give most of my credit to Katsumoto at All Japanese All the Time, or AJATT.com, which back in the day was very kind of libertarian, somewhat free-spirited website, geared towards people that just wanted to say, screw the system, I can learn things without you. And he was a great what do you call it, person that enabled others to learn and teach themselves to learn Japanese, which I am greatly thankful for. However, I don't know if the site's still the same. I recently visited it a couple years ago. It seemed like it was more geared towards getting people to buy his silver spoon. I don't know. It seemed a little harder to navigate. It just seemed like the site became more convoluted to try to make it so it was harder to get the philosophy that he was espousing and enlightening the world with his do-it-yourself kind of just throw yourself in there attitude, which I found to be extremely inspiring, and lots of people, I'm sure, have. But I went there, did that, came back, was like, man, I'm gonna get myself a degree so I can get to Japan. I freaking got my degree. Was trying to save money. Went into fine dining to try to get money to get back out there because I had such a great time in Japan. I mean, fantastic culture of people, everything. Applied for some jobs, didn't get them. Was like, oh, I wonder what's wrong. I don't know. Maybe my personality isn't quite what they want or need for an English teacher. Maybe something about my resume. I have no idea. I was told that it was basically anybody gets the job kind of job because there's so much turnover. So many people get there, they decide, oh no, it's not what I expected. This isn't really what I signed up for, what I had plan for my life, so I'm going to go back to America or whatever country. So, work about a few more years in the service industry, get out of that, decide I don't like the lifestyle, so to speak. Just it's something very similar to drug dealing going on in the service industry. It's like you're not making money as a restaurant unless you're getting people really drunk. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I mean, business is business, and people want to drink. So what do? You give them you give them alcohol. It's really no different from the weed industry, except people in the weed industry probably don't get as many car accidents. Yeah, I do some temping. Temping was not fun. Do not temp. I went back into the service industry. Been doing that for the last about 4 years. And it's been a great time. I've met so many really cool people. Had so many great experiences, learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about life. Was able to finance my living, to say the least. I have to say I am still friends with Patrick, the star of my videos. He will always be my boy. The dude is just a real mofo. Real dude. He's just like the realest, like, kernel of a guy you could ever get. Wouldn't call it a bromance because I don't think he would approve of that. He would be like, dude, it's really censored. But yeah. 2015, I had just gotten out of the temp industry, went into pizza industry, which was cool. But I got accepted into the Tomodachi Exchange program through my local Japan Culture Society, which is called the Japan Society of New Orleans, which I was a member of for 3 years, I think. Met some cool people through that, one of whom I saw today. He's a really cool guy. So I'm at the local anime convention. I got accepted to the Tomodachi Exchange, which is a public-private cooperation that sends diplomats, or how you say, I guess you could call them cultural diplomats from both countries in an exchange format where they stay with families from the other country. And that experience really made me realize how much I really needed to stick with my passions, because it was night and day how I was treated. Like, if you want if you want to be treated like more than just a piece of like human robot, like more than just a human robot that like moves things from place to place and like has skills that are more valuable than uh, like being able to recite menu items or manage their time correctly. And stick with your passions because that is where you will get the respect that you want and you think you deserve. Because I experienced that in Japan, and uh, you know, despite my, I don't know, maybe it's learned helplessness or just like ability to deal with a what's that? My ability to deal with just adverse situations. Like I can just be really uncomfortable for a really long time and not have to change anything. Uh, Not much. Um, uh, I think I finally reached a breaking point where it's like this is kind of really weird because like, you're obviously the only person watching this, and I don't know. I'll just keep telling the story. Yeah. So I worked 4 years from the time I got back from the Tomodachi Exchange in the service industry. Recently, just quit my job because we recently got Uber Eats, and Uber Eats is just like twice the work for either the same amount of money or less money. So I just flat out said like I'm not going to do that. I'm too old, too experienced, too too valuable to be having like just a constant more and more of a drain on my like livelihood. So where does that leave me? I really want to go to Japan right now. I really, really, I've been frugal. I've saved. Everything's set up. I all I have to do is one, get a job, and let me know if any of y'all have ever worked in Japan, because that would be super dope to hear your story. Um, but if not, like sometimes you just got to get out there. Like there's enough risk taking happening just working a normal ass job, and there's not much payoff when you could take about the same risk for possibly a whole new world payoff. Like I've already done this shit. I've already done this shit for like 8 9 years. Yeah. Where are you from? Like there's no point in not taking my chance now because like pretty sure there's a cutoff. Like I'm getting older. Like, oh, that's a sub. I also kind of want to move to California because it seems like there's way more Japanese people than where I am. I live in Louisiana. We have approximately 1,200 Japanese citizens that live permanently in Louisiana. And whereas there's like millions in California, which is insane. Well, just insane to me. I mean, I'm sure it's probably great. But yeah, it's just sometimes the pros outweigh the cons, you know? One thing that's been holding me back every time, it's like I don't want to drink too much. Like I don't want to drink at all, actually. That's just like my thing. Like one of the reasons why I took a break from the service industry was I got really big into drinking, and it wasn't really what I needed for my life, you know? So took a break, did the temp thing. That was lame. Then, so like Japanese culture is like very centered around drinking, like in many places. That's what's up. Yeah. Um, yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't consider myself overly religious, but like, from what I know about Japanese culture, it's like, it's just a lot of like in the anime, there's just like so much like vampire stuff, so much like Satan, so like so much like there's so much of a focus on like dark things. It's like why? There's none of the opposite. It's all just like, and it kind of makes me wonder. It's like maybe the Bible's right. It's like 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 I don't know how it could be right, but it's like it seems like there's so much demonic stuff over there. It's like it would make sense that the place farthest away from like Jesus would have the most demonic stuff. It's just like kind of strange how that worked out. But it's like drinking, you know, that's crazy. I mean, they have less problems with drugs, which you know that's awesome. I don't do drugs. That's great. But go over there. Alcohol, um, radiation. I'm curious, like, if I eat some sushi, am I gonna get radiation poisoning? like I definitely like don't want to live in the north of Japan. Like I just don't. Like that literally scares me. Like they were pumping radioactive waste into the ocean, and I think from time to time they still do. Uh, and I'm pretty sure little small trace amounts of that washed up in California, which is crazy because it's like 2,000 miles away or something like that. Um, I don't know how many miles, but it's yeah. I I was watching some mini documentary on the exclusion zone in Chernobyl today because I've had like so much free time because I quit my job. So I've just been like watching YouTube like constantly for like a week and a half. It's hilarious, but also kind of cathartic and soothing in a way, just to be like doing whatever the hell I want, even if it's not like awesome. um, I don't know, man. But like, I think the risk of like possibly getting radiation sickness or getting cancer like years and years down the line, is worth taking to, like, to get myself out of this situation. Like, don't really want to like throw like I guess like I'm somewhere in my mind I'm thinking if I go there with my Japanese skills and stuff. Do you study Japanese, by the way? Um, Eventually I'll be able to get like a different kind of job, which would hopefully pay more money and or be like more intellectually fulfilling, satisfying. Like the idea of me like just playing dance games with like little kids for 12 hours a day or 9 hours a day. Yeah, man. I'm 33. I'll just put it that way. I've been waiting close to 10 years or hoping to go to Japan for close to 10 years since I went to Japan the first time. I don't know if you haven't seen any of my videos from Japan. What's up? Yeah, go check out my videos from Japan in 2009, like on this channel. If you haven't seen any of them, because it's just a blast, man. Me and my boy Patrick P. The channel used to be called P and P in Japan, which means Paul and Patrick in Japan, because I originally made it. Yeah, man. I am P Diddy. Because I made the account so I could show my parents what my life was like in Japan when I went there for a month. Welcome in, Rex. Rex. Yeah, we went to Kyoto, Tokyo, Osaka. Met all kinds of really cool people. Geisha. I can't even remember if I saw any geisha. I knew I saw some like through a window, like entertaining some like businessmen or whatever. In Kyoto, like that's where you'll see like the majority of like the traditional geisha culture, and like smaller big cities. But like if you mean, I didn't really get to experience geisha. Oh god, it's nasty. Damn, brah. Yeah, man. Don't really talk about that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not depends on how you define Lolita. If you're talking about underage chicks, I don't mess with that. But if you're talking about, I went to an anime convention today, and there's chicks dressed in Lolita fashion, which is like 1800s kind of, what do you call them? I don't know. They're just like Victorian era girls or something like that. And yeah, they're there, but they're not like prostitutes. You mean like girls dressed in like pretty frilly bonnets and what do you call it? Like I don't know the brand names or anything, but like Little Miss Muffet kind of stuff. So, anyways, the only thing holding me back is basically getting a job there. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I think prostitutes are just prostitutes. I don't think you'll find very many like themed prostitutes that are like dressed as Lolitas unless you like get on a certain website or something. I have no idea. It's not some, I don't really mess with prostitutes. Um, just easier not to. Yeah, man, it's really good. Like, if you ever had bluefin tuna or like the hon maguro, which is it's like kind of fatty tuna, like toro. When you eat it, it like blows like massive, awesome tasting like fat oil down your throat. Um, it's like that, but beef. Like it's just like it's just like big chunks of like the most delicious fat that just explode in your mouth. Kobe beef too. Get that Kobe. Very tender lean meat too. But yeah, hey, I've been talking for about 27 minutes and 32 seconds, so I'm gonna get going. It was good talking to you all. Hit me up on the flip side.